The wicked one is on a mission. The pen manual and the transmission. Who not like it better make a decision.
Hello. Jay Mullings from Red Mirror, aka Wicked Penman. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. I'm saying everyone like everyone's here. Well, go on. Where you lot at? Like, I don't know what's happening at the moment. How do I look? Just playing. Black History Month is coming up, so I thought I'd get in the mood wearing all black. Actually, that wasn't the plan. I just ended up wearing all black anyway. But yeah, got a few things to talk about. My fight prediction was pretty accurate. All of that. Like, I've been trying out some new things on social media. There's been some Instagram reels, there's been YouTube shorts, and I don't know about TikTok. I'm not promising to do that, but we'll see. We'll talk about it, we'll chop it up. Whatever you want to talk about, I'm here for, and I'm trying to stay here until 10 o'clock at least. So hopefully people file in. I know I didn't start bang on 7, but you know, sue me. I'm playing. But yeah, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm poised. Got the water, got the lights, got everything. Tablet is charging, the tablet did die, so can't research nothing at the moment. But yeah, we're there. Right, so when you're ready, jump in. Like Birdman. I guess, well, I'll hold it down until you guys find your feet and you get back in here. But yeah, where are my streaming controls? 1 second. Oh yeah, Ashanti got control of her masters back, which is pretty good. But I see that it's like dividing opinion on the socials. Because she's going to re-record her album and people were like, no, you should go and make us a new album. And I'm like, hey, what's the matter with you? Like, take time. She just got her masters back. Her most profitable music, the music that anyone who's listening for the first time or whatever, or the song that, you know, may make it into like a wedding playlist or whatever, that's the music that she's re-recording, and that's priority. Why would you not want her to capitalize and maximize her earnings off of that? So yeah, it just was like, you know what I mean? Like, people, they say they want you to like own your masters and do better from the business, and oh, it's sad when they end up broke, and this is part of the game. They take when you sign these deals, they take away your masters or control and the rights to your masters, or the right to exploit your masters for periods of anything up to 25 years. So she signed a record deal when she was 14 apparently. I don't know how legal that was, but whatever. She's just got her masters back now. I'm guessing it was a 25-year term, because Ashanti must be turning around 40 now, right? But yeah, and that's what happens. At that point, you can, like, you own the master recording, so you have the right to reproduce music, you have the right to make derivative works. So you see, like that Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, and how many different versions you've heard in like films and ads and all of that. If you own the masters, you can do stuff like that. You can re-record a version for Tesco, you can re-record something for, you know what I mean, whatever films come in, you can do that. If you don't own your masters, that ain't happening, right? And it's not as simple as, oh, even if I don't own my masters, I can go and you cannot make derivative works from the original work, which is why master recordings are so important in the first place. Anyway, I'm getting off on one here and no one's really in the room yet, but still, yeah, like the idea is you want to re-record it and have multiple versions of it. She may want to do a stripped down a cappella version of some of her, you know what I mean? Like, imagine Foolish, but like You know what I mean? Like just a cappella, or you know, just a minimalist arrangement for that one, or like a different style, different genre, a different remix, a different take on it. Maybe get a different, you know what I mean, like a different artist to come and sing parts of it, or what? Like, come on, man, like. There's a lot that can take place with that music now. Like there are a lot of versatile options. You can take the chorus from that and throw that on an amapiano beat. If you really want it, like you could do a lot of things with your, when you own your masters, man, you can really profit, and you know what I mean, and really certify and make a lot of, yeah, you can make money, and that's not the main concern here. The main priority is ownership and the fact that you can pass that down. So yeah, I'm happy for Ashanti, and I can't wait to see what she comes up with. But yeah, talking about the fight, which was Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk for the unified heavyweight championship. I think it was is it the IBF, WBO, and WBA? No, not the WBO. Yeah, it's WBO, WBA, IBF, I think. I think it was those straps. Right. Where was I? It's the part of streaming I don't like. You know what I mean? Like the spam and the people trying to troll, get you to say stuff to get your channel banned and all this crap. But anyway. If you're in here, let me know. Even if you're lurking, let it be known that you're lurking. Right, back to the fight. So, what I said on the video last week, Wednesday, was why Usyk was a serious fighter and not to kind of sleep on him. And then I was like, these are the advantages that AJ has, but the reason why cruiserweights, well-regarded cruiserweights, do well against heavyweights is because of X, Y. So yeah, I put up a video on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/written mirror. Go on there if you want to see it. And it was, like I said, last week Wednesday, I just looked at the fight and was like, it's not as easy as people are making out, because Usyk moves really well, like great feet. Like even Tony Belly was talking about it. Like the guy just has the most amazing footwork. Hey, Ali. How you doing? Yeah, he has the most amazing footwork. So I was like, he stands a chance, because that means he can be elusive and he can be hard to hit potentially. Anyway, I'll get to the actual reality of the fight and my thoughts on the fight in a minute, because I was live tweeting as I went along as well. Then I said, you know, can he outlast AJ? Like keep him? Can AJ? You know what I mean? Can he kind of get in, get out? Have his way without AJ like leaning on him and imposing on him, and because there was like a 2 stone difference in weight, or 20 pounds or something like this at the weigh-in. Usyk came in at 15 stone something, which was like his heaviest, and people were making, I had a few people I was talking to offline that were like making a big deal saying, well, he's heavier than he's gonna be. It's gonna, like, that's probably closer to his natural weight when he's not training to make the cruiserweight limit. And this is the part that people seemingly weren't understanding. A lot of cruiserweights can campaign at heavyweight. It's just that they're closer to cruiserweight than heavyweight. So why give away, you know what I mean, that weight advantage? You're talking again like up to 20 pounds. Why? Why should they, when they can go and be big and imposing in the weight class just below that? They can campaign there, and you know what I mean? That, and the way they train will be different. They have a better understanding of their stamina, their endurance, so on and so forth. Anyway, when it comes time to fighting a heavyweight now, you're already training with heavyweights. You already have a heavyweight body, like naturally. And then on top of that, you're used to being the faster person because they're bigger. You're like, you've got 20 pounds on them. You should be able to move around the ring and maneuver around them quite easily. So yeah, when a real good cruiserweight decides to go up, it's always trouble for those heavyweights because it's hard to lay a glove on them. It's hard to get clean hits on them, all of that. So yeah, the fight comes around. The first thing I was, because yeah, when I was live tweeting, the first thing I was like was, well, this intro, what? Like, bro, just get in the ring already. Like, what are you doing? And then, and then when I really deep that it was the Rocky IV music, I was like, does this listen, if you're a film buff, if you're a boxing fan, if you're into Rocky at all, everyone knows how Rocky 4 goes down. It doesn't end well for the black man. Like, no, the black fighter does not. It doesn't go well for him. Why would you choose music from Rocky 4 to come out to? And again, this is like nitpicking at this point, right? But I was just like, what? That's a hell of a palaver. Like, he started out with, I can't remember if it was a WizKid tune. I Shazammed the song at the time. It was an Afrobeat song. And then all of a sudden, I was just like, this is bonkers. So yeah, I didn't like that. Then the first round, AJ really didn't do nothing. The first round was Usyk. So I was like, yep. I think after 6, I heard the Sky commentary saying, one of them said they had the fight level. No, they said they had it level. Yeah, it was going into the 7th round. They said they had it level. I was just busted up. I was like, come on, man. The first 6 rounds, I probably gave AJ 2. And if you're being kind, it's giving him 2. The rest of the time, it was easily 4-2. He had 2 rounds on him easily at the halfway point. And then the rest of the fight, I could only see a case for giving AJ maybe one more round. I had it 9-3 Usyk. Like, it wasn't close. It wasn't competitive. It didn't look good. And I guess it was what I was saying all along, which was the footwork, the movement. Like, this guy was not a stationary target. Like, this was a better performance than Fury versus Klitschko. When Fury got Klitschko, he was just kind of like that herky-jerky flick, flick, flick. You don't know when I'm gonna just flick. That's what he did, and it wasn't particularly pretty because it was nullifying Klitschko, but he had Klitschko scared to throw a punch because he was scared of the hand speed coming back. This fight is an upgraded version of that because Usyk he was so quick and, like I said, not a stationary target, and he was bossing the fight. Oh man, I felt bad for. Listen, AJ's a great guy. Like, he trains hard, he dedicates himself to his sport. He takes his responsibility as a role model very seriously. You know, you can't really say much bad about the guy. Like, he just handles his business and seems to love his sport. He loves staying fit. He loves, you know what I mean? Like, he just loves everything that comes with being, well, he seems to love everything that comes with being a boxer. He has time for the public. He has time for the media. He has time to try and give, and he gives back. And I'm just like, you don't want to see him embarrassed or nothing. But I guess the part of it that was frustrating was he's the champ. And you never really got the feeling that he was fighting to keep his belts. The performance just wasn't there. It wasn't great. It wasn't good. But yeah. I'm glad I did post the video before. I posted that clip from the stream before the fight, because otherwise people would be like, yeah, you said it, man. I said it on Wednesday, but I was like, let me just upload it on Saturday before the fight. But yeah, congrats to Usyk. He just, like I said, that was one of the best performances I've seen at heavyweight in a minute, and we're not, outside of the stuff that Fury's managed to do. And then outside of that absolute classic between Chisora and White. Well, 2 classics. These guys, when they fight, sparks go flying. Them 2 were very good dance partners. But yeah, this was a different type of fight. It was, it's like the guy was just so switched on defensively while also not letting up on his opponent every time. And like, to me, he caught AJ's rhythm. He understood how AJ moves. When he caught AJ's rhythm and he realized AJ can't really, or doesn't like fighting going backwards. Every time AJ's weight went backwards, forward came Usyk. He was chasing him every single time. So AJ's put out a jab, and as he's recoiling, my man's coming. He's coming. And he's coming, and he's, tap, 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 and he's off to the side. Or he's walking around him, circling him. As soon as the hand drops, pap, touches him in the leg. I was like, man, I don't even have to watch that fight again. It's like printed in my brain. Like, just yeah. This as a smaller guy as well. Like you can't root against Usyk. He seems like a really good dude. Has fun. He's funny in his interviews. But yeah. And he said when he was in school, he told his teacher he wanted to be world heavyweight champion. The dream come true. Couldn't have happened for a lovelier person. So trained hard and he's brought something different to the division. And it's broken up that monopoly. You know, they were talking that big three of Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. And, well, before it was Wilder and Joshua, and then Fury came and shook that up. Even though it didn't make sense that they just had the two of them when Fury was the man to beat Klitschko, and Klitschko for the longest while was the top of the tree. So, but yeah, he's sort of broken up that monopoly. I only wish that, you know, Dillian Whyte could get his title shot. He's been waiting for that for ages, so we'll see what happens. And people also thinking that Usyk jumped the queue. He didn't. He's undisputed cruiserweight champion. So when he goes up into the next weight class, he basically gets put at the front of the queue because of the champion status he has. That's it. It makes him a mandatory challenger. When he's ready, he activates that. He activated it. He won his titles. That's what he did. There's no corruption in it. It's just what it is. You know, Manny Pacquiao's retired while we're talking about boxing. I won't stay on boxing for long because I know it's not like everyone's cup of tea or whatever, but Manny Pacquiao, the Pac-Man, and even if you don't know boxing, I pretty much guarantee you've heard of Manny Pacquiao. Like, that's a name that Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, like these are some names where, maybe even Andre Ward on some level, these are names where, like, even if you don't pay attention to the sport, you've heard them. You know who they are. If it's MMA, you know who Conor McGregor is. You know who Anderson De Silva is. You know who John Bones Jones is. Like, you've heard these names. But yeah, Manny Pacquiao, one of the best to do it. Definitely one of the best. And one of the best stories, like, from where he started to where he got to. And then you could say he could probably have hung it up maybe 3-4 fights ago or whatever, but that's, you know, it's the life of a fighter, right? They've been doing this thing for so long. It's part of who they are and their identity. They want to lose in the ring. They want it to be proven that there's someone that just does it at a higher level, so that they get that taste out of the taste to kind of keep fighting is gone now. Like, I don't want to do it no more. I want to train. I want to keep fit. I want to teach people. I don't want to fight. For some people, they never seem to lose that hunger and desire, and that's why they go on for entirely too long. And someone like Holyfield comes to mind, and again, it just makes me sad every time I have to say Holyfield's name, because that fight that he did the other day was, oh my gosh, like, it was terrible. I don't want to see my legends like that. I don't want to see them like that. You can say they get paid, you know, a nice cool $1 or $2 million or what. The money's not worth it, man. Like, don't do that to the sport. Like, we don't want to see you like that. Only heard of two of them. Which two have you heard of? What, Floyd Mayweather and what, Roy Jones? Or Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. Those are the two you've heard of, right? And this should be interesting. Let's see this one. Go on then. Which two have you heard of? I'm waiting for this. Come. Don't disappoint now. But yeah, if you're here and you're lurking, let me know. Also, Ali, you get to pick the icebreaker. What's the topic this week? Or what's the question you want everyone that comes in to answer? Well, what's the question? What is it? Also, how's the stream look? Does it look clean and clear? Is it too bright? Does it need to be darker? You probably do it being darker, right? These lights are pretty bright. I think they're brighter than I usually have them. The colored one, I could maybe turn up slightly. Well, you said Fury, Mayweather, McGregor. Okay. Evander Holyfield. Yep, the real deal, because obviously that's who got his ears bitten off. You must know Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was the one doing the biting. Plus, Mike Tyson was like the youngest heavyweight champion of the world. You know, dude, I swear there was a time where like the most famous people on the planet were all Mikes: Tyson, Jackson, Jordan. I don't think there was anyone more famous on the planet than those three guys. No way. There was a point where it was just them. Which one? Take a pick. That's why that Biggie line still bangs. Anyone. Pick. Also, you an Ashanti fan? Looking forward to her re-recording of her album? Or are you one of those people that are like, oh, but why doesn't she make real new music? Don't put the responsibility of Icebreaker on me. It's not really a big responsibility. Just pick a topic, man. I'll pick a question. Like, and it's an icebreaker. Oh yeah, Tyson too. Of course you know Tyson. If you know Fury, then you gotta know Tyson, because Tyson Fury was literally named after Mike Tyson. So yeah. I'm surprised you don't know who Manny Pacquiao is, or you've never heard the name. Like, how can that really be possible? But yes, Icebreaker is all yours. Go for it. And whoever the Rocky guy is, Stallone. Sylvester Stallone? Well, he's not really a fighter, so. Oh, you're talking about Rocky Marciano? No, you don't know about Rocky Marciano. No way. Oh, and I saw clips of the Fugees' performance, and the comments were, did Lauren turn up on time? All I want to know is, was she on time? I thought that was funny. Nothing about her re-recording, to be honest with you. Knew nothing about her re-recording, to be honest. So basically, I was saying earlier, Ashanti has got her masters back, so she owns the rights to her master recording. But for her to be free and clear, she has to re-record her stuff, right? But uneducated fans were immediately like, we don't want a classic, we don't want you re-recording the album, we want new music, sis. And it's like, no, this is the business of how you get new music. She has to start by re-recording her catalog and putting those songs back up, so you stream those versions and she gets all of her money, like she gets her coins up. And then also she can make derivative versions of that song. And I was giving the example of like Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas, like that, but she could do a version for every, let's say an advertiser wants a special recording of it for their advert or whatever. She can do that, and it's fine and fair, and you can't really do those things. Oh, you were here. Okay, I didn't know. I'm just okay. All right. Come on, pick the topic then. I just didn't know nothing about it. All right. Well, I thought you kept your ear to the streets. Clearly, I'm mistaken. I thought nothing passes your gaze. Hey. You heard about, what is it, Wiley not attending court? Said he thought it was Tuesday when it was Monday. And he put out another video that's got like the socials pinging off. Putting out a video saying to the police, don't come find me. I'm gonna have a drink and then I'll come and find you. That guy's a character. Although I did think like the proceedings against him didn't make no sense. Saying he broke into some kickboxer's house and kicked him in front of his friends. That's what makes me laugh, because I remember that, when you're a celebrity, you can literally be sued for anything, right? And the ugly side of it, actually, I'll give you another story. The ugly side of it is the streets ain't for me. That's good. Keep it up that way. Keep it that way. So, in America, like, if your name is known, you can be sued for a lot of things. Whether they're real or not, it just happened. And that's how Allen Iverson ended up in jail before he got to the NBA, or before he even went to college. they nearly ruined this man's life. Like, well, they did ruin his life for a period of time, but they nearly did it good and proper. He was a two-sport athlete. He played American football and basketball. Like a well-touted prospect in both sports. He goes to have fun with his friends at a bowling alley. A fight breaks out. Him and his friends dip. They bail. Like, there's tape of him leaving. All of these people sue him, right? They say that he assaulted them, and for some strange reason, not even some strange reason, don't know how he ends up in jail. Corruption, basically, is how I'm seeing it. Because, like, you got tape with the man leaving. How is it that you've managed to? But basically, because he was the only known person with it. Like, who was at this fight? Allen Iverson. That's who we're suing. And yeah, he was in jail. Like, not juvie. They put him in grown people prison. Like that. He's such a legend. I really like Allen Iverson, but just the way that, you know what I mean, not even that stopped him. You gotta give it up for a life like that. But yeah, they did try and this was before social media. But basically what happened was he became something of a celebrity because people just kept writing to the prison. Like, he was getting fan mail like crazy. Right? And then in the end, 60 Minutes went and it got national exposure, and in the end he got pardoned. He had loads of scholarship offers before he went to prison. When he come out, just because technically he was a convicted criminal, they withdrew their offers, even though everyone knew that he wasn't involved in what. Oh man, but yeah. In the end, his mum had to beg the coaches at Georgetown in New York. New York? I swear Georgetown is in New York. I have to check that, but yeah. And they took him. They were the only ones that would. He ended up being the #1 pick. And yeah, the rest of his career is history. He set a lot of trends and that's the thing, he made trends not just in basketball but in sport in general. You know, like those shooting sleeves that you see people wear in different sports, whether they're playing NFL, tennis, or whatever. That's Allen Iverson that really started with. And those sleeves are in almost every sport now. You can get sleeves. Cricket, they wear them compression sleeves. Footballers, like goalkeepers and stuff, I'm sure they wear compression sleeves and stuff. He's the one that kind of pioneered all of that stuff because he took a lot of punishment as a small guard. Like, was he like 6 foot tall? And he was slender build and yeah, ledge. But yeah, man. So yeah, when these frivolous claims come up and you're a celebrity, it's nothing to laugh at. Because I used to wonder, why do celebrities, like, why settle out of court for something that you're like, meh, that didn't happen? It's like, well, it's just not worth the ag. Once it gets to the public, and the public, you know what I mean, you don't know what you're getting when something goes to the public, because people sometimes are stupid. You could see a tape of someone leaving and went, yeah, he definitely assaulted them. Like, where does that logic come from? And it's like, nah, just pay up. Wherever it is, make it go away.